Good evening, I'm Kimilia and this is KiniNews. Umno's Akmal Saleh turned his detainment into a dramatic entrance at Kota Kinabalu this morning, boldly proclaiming "No fear, no surrender" as he hopped into a police car.
No fear, no surrender. No fear, no surrender.
Umno Youth Chief Dr Muhamad Akmal Saleh has announced on his Facebook page today that he has been detained by the police in Kota Kinabalu. This development comes as a surprise given that he was scheduled to record his statement at Dangwangi Police Headquarters in Kuala Lumpur tomorrow. The Merlimau assembly person said he would give full cooperation. He also asked his supporters to pray that everything would go smoothly and assured that he will not budge an inch from his principles. Last week, the king issued a call for all parties to cease exploiting the issue of socks bearing the word Allah, urging authorities to address the matter. Sultan Ibrahim then granted an audience to KK Mart founder Chai Ki Khan on April 3rd, during which Chai apologized to the monarch and all Muslims over the sock scandal. In a posting about the meeting, the king also gave a final warning to all not to incite the rakyat over the controversy. Following his detainment, Umno's Akmal spent more than 2 hours having his statement recorded by cops. The investigation stems from a speech he delivered in Kelantan deemed seditious. Umno Youth Chief Dr Muhamad Akmal Saleh was released after spending over 2 hours having his statement recorded by the police today. The investigation was linked to a speech deemed seditious that he delivered in Kelantan. Akmal, speaking to reporters outside the Kota Kinabalu Police Headquarters around 12:15 p.m., stated he cooperated and the authorities were professional. According to the Star, members of the Sabah Umno Youth Wing were present to demonstrate their support for Akmal. Akmal informed reporters that he would proceed with his scheduled programs in the state, beginning with a Ramadan event in Beaufort. Earlier today, Inspector General of Police Razaruddin Hussain revealed that Akmal is under investigation for alleged violations of Section 4(1) of the Sedition Act and Section 233 of the Communications and Multimedia Act. In a statement, the top police official urged the public to refrain from prolonging the KK Mart controversy. He emphasized that individuals involved in the matter have already been charged in court and stressed the importance of allowing the judicial process to proceed uninterrupted. Nik Nazmi leaped to the defense of the government, dismissing claims of sluggishness in addressing the KK Mart controversy. Amidst the Allah socks debacle, he preached balance like a seasoned tightrope walker. Cabinet member Nik Nazmi Nik Ahmad has defended the federal government's approach to addressing the controversy surrounding socks bearing the word Allah. In an exclusive interview with Malaysia Kini, he rebutted claims that Putrajaya had been slow or ineffective in managing the issue, which was escalating into religious tensions.
I mean, as the PM said, let the authorities take action. We know that the owners of KK Mart were charged. We also know that KK Mart has started to sue the supplier. So, okay, let that action take place, right? But PM also said that, let's move on. Let's not dwell on it. And I think after that, you've seen, I came out with a statement, quite a number of leaders came out with statements saying, let's not go overboard. Again, we've seen, with regards to the violence on the shops, on the KK Mart. And I think that's something that we should not cross.
Nik Nazmi, who is also a PKR vice president, particularly addressed the ongoing campaign against KK Mart, led by politicians like Umno Youth Chief Dr Akmal Saleh, acknowledging the role such actions played in exacerbating the situation. He emphasized the genuine anger felt by Muslims regarding the use of the name of their God on socks, highlighting the delicate nature of the issue and the need for a balanced response. While acknowledging the importance of setting boundaries, Nik Nazmi cautioned against overly aggressive measures, suggesting that swift crackdowns could lead to accusations of censorship and further fuel underlying tensions. He stressed the importance of finding alternative ways to address grievances to prevent resentment from festering beneath the surface, which could pose further risks. Meanwhile, government spokesperson Fahmi Fazil revealed that the cabinet has yet to discuss taking action against Akmal. This is in connection with Akmal's campaign against KK Mart amid the Allah socks controversy. Addressing the media yesterday, Fahmi clarified that while the cabinet did deliberate on potential measures against those defying the Yang di-Pertuan Agong's directive not to prolong the controversy, they did not specifically discuss any individual.
Electoral watchdog Bersih isn't buying Najib Abdul Razak's house arrest getaway plan. They're calling foul on his bid to swap jail time for home chillin', arguing it flips the script on justice.
Electoral watchdog Bersih has criticized Najib Abdul Razak's judicial review leave application seeking permission to serve the remaining 6 years of his jail term under house arrest. According to the Bersih Steering Committee, this move contradicts the current practice where house arrests are typically granted to those serving minor offences with prison sentences under 4 years through the licensed prisoner release program. The committee emphasized the importance of equal justice under the law, stating that if prisoners involved in serious crimes like Najib are granted the privilege of house arrest, it should be extended to other prisoners in greater need, particularly female prisoners with young children. Bersih stressed that upholding the principle of equal justice is crucial to preserving the sovereignty of the country's legal system. Additionally, it highlighted that Najib, the former finance minister, still faces several other serious criminal charges in court. Najib claimed on Wednesday that an addendum in a recent royal pardon allows him to serve the remainder of his 6-year jail term under house arrest.
Sarawak's Tourism Minister Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah tells the Umno Youth chief to cool it on the Allah socks issue, warning of the damage it could do. He's also pushing for quick police action after the recent KK Mart attacks.
Sarawak's Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts Minister Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah has urged Umno Youth Chief Dr Muhamad Akmal Saleh to halt his incitement over the KK Mart Allah socks issue, warning of its negative impact on the nation. Karim, representing Gabungan Parti Sarawak's key party, Parti Pribumi Bumi Putra Bersatu, also expressed concern over the recent Molotov cocktail attack on a KK Mart outlet in Sarawak, emphasizing the state's reputation for peace and tolerance. He cautioned against underestimating the potential for such incidents and urged vigilance against individuals seeking publicity through violent means. At a press conference on Thursday, Karim was quoted by the Borneo Post calling for swift police action to apprehend the perpetrators and criticized the slow pace of the investigation. While acknowledging the efforts of the Ministry of Home Affairs at the national level to address the issue, he emphasized the need for expedited measures to prevent further escalation.
PAS is throwing some shade at the Malaysian Consultative Council of Buddhism, Christianity, Hinduism, Sikhism and Taoism, telling them to mind their own business when it comes to Islamic matters.
PAS has told the Malaysian Consultative Council of Buddhism, Christianity, Hinduism, Sikhism and Taoism to not meddle in Islamic affairs. This came after they opposed the proposed amendments to the Sharia Courts Criminal Jurisdiction Act 1965, also known as Act 355. In a statement today, Taqiyuddin said PAS finds the Council's comment that the proposed amendments to Act 355 are unconstitutional, problematic from many aspects. He said as an organization that aims to create understanding, respect and cooperation among the many races in the country, the Council must not be seen meddling in Islamic affairs. He added that it is worth noting that rights and freedom of religion, as guaranteed by the Federal Constitution, also applies to Islam and must be respected by all quarters. Taqiyuddin also questioned whether the Interfaith Council was being a busybody in commenting on a matter that does not affect non-Muslims. Elaborating, he said the council has failed to show how the proposed amendments to Act 355 would impact non-Muslims, and their motive and real agenda has also come into question. He said PAS stresses that the proposed amendments to Act 355 do not go against any provisions in the federal constitution, and they are valid and constitutional. Taqiyuddin was responding to the Interfaith Council's remark that the proposed amendments will be unconstitutional as such offences are already part of existing criminal laws enumerated under the federal constitution.
Join our Muhibah story photo and essay campaign. Share your cross-cultural friendships to celebrate Malaysia's diversity. Submit a photo with friends or family from different ethnic or religious backgrounds, along with a 100-word story, to ourstory@malaysiakini.com by April 30th. Selected stories will be featured on Malaysia Kini, and contributors will receive a free 1-month subscription. Let's build a better Malaysia together. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you would like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Kimilia. Thanks for watching.